Hello everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Walk-In Angel Ariel's weekly wisdom for this upcoming week of September 19th through September 25th, 2022. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003, which I write about in my award-winning #1 Amazon International bestseller, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel. I'd like to welcome back my loyal subscribers, my followers. It's lovely to be in your energies once more. And thank you so much for liking and sharing and subscribing to these YouTube videos. If you have found the Claire Candy Hoff YouTube channel for the very first time, let me share a little bit about myself. Through my full-time business, which I created in 2003, almost 20 years ago, my business is Angel Healing House. I'm a Reiki master teacher, having taught hundreds and hundreds of Reiki practitioners and master teachers around the globe. I'm also a psychic, intuitive, clairvoyant tarot card reader. I also do past life clearings, and I also do ancestral healings. I also do twin flame energetic reconnection, to reconnect you with your twin flame, whether they're on the earth plane or across the veil during this incarnation of yours. And when we reconnect with them, they can help us tremendously on our journey through life. As I did mention, I am the author of several #1 Amazon International bestsellers. Now, speaking about my healing work, this client sent me this lovely testimonial, and she wrote, "My healing work with Angel Ariel was a gift from the divine. My session with Claire Candy was all about getting clear, as one of her names suggests so perfectly. Our session together helped me to see what I had been holding back. I feel so much freer, peaceful, lighter, happier, independent, joyful, and blessed. I've released the pattern of my past and worked to forgive in a way that I never ever thought possible. Wow, I feel complete with what I came to learn. I feel closure. I don't really have the words to explain this profound gift. Just know that this was a wow experience. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Angel Ariel, for helping me find my way out of my patterns and giving me back to myself, now shining and bright." And that comes from Susan Z. in the United States. And to book any of my Angel Healing House services, or to find out more about my award-winning books, please do phone me at Angel Healing House. That number is 831-277-3716, or do visit my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. I'm sending a big thank you to all of those people who have made donations to my PayPal account for my free weekly content. Perhaps you've received some clarity, motivation, inspiration, or enrichment from my weekly content. And if you would like to make a donation, I have left my PayPal link in the description box down below. Now, here on Walk-In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, we do pull tarot cards and we do pull oracle cards, but not until we look into the astrological heavens to see what planetary energies are affecting all of us. Now, many of us are still reeling from the powerful September 9th, the 9/9 gateway that ushered in encoded, crystalline, higher dimensional energies, and it marked the ending of a cycle, which is opening the autumn-spring equinox stargate, which is on the 22nd of this week. Now, all of these 9 energies are activating completions, closing, endings of karmic cycles of lower vibrational old programming and belief systems, that they are no longer in resonance with the higher dimensional frequencies which are occurring and rapidly increasing on the planet. And it marks the conclusion of old timelines, both for us individually and as a collective. With this powerful surge of galactic energies carrying higher dimensional frequencies, it's triggering new codes within our DNA in order for us to fully utilize these energies to integrate and to activate more of our crystalline higher dimensional bodies, because we're going from carbon-based lower frequency bodies to higher crystalline frequency bodies. It's opening the collective to go through another heavy collective cellular clearing to finally release. What are we releasing? We're releasing the trauma of the fall of Lemuria and Atlantis. Back at that stage, when those perfected divine collectives fell prey to things like greed and corruption, which can no longer exist on a planet that is transforming into a planet of light. Perfect divine timing for us to look back during this time of Mercury retrograde. And for those that may not know, Mercury, the planet of communication, stationed retrograde on September the 9th, and it will start to get out of that cycle and start to move forward on October the 2nd. Perfect time for us to look back. Now, this conscious, or for the majority of the collective unconscious reviewing, is helping us to clear very deep trauma of separation from our divine eternal natures, separation from lack, separation from limitation, separation from that primal survivor fear and deeply ingrained karmic patterns that still may be playing out, and clearing of those old timelines that moved us so far away from living from our hearts and into separation consciousness, much of which is being done in our dream state. So with so many planets now in retrograde, this is helping the collective to purge and release the past karmic patterns of lack and scarcity that are caught in our energy field, that will be clearing deep childhood woundings for us. Take time over the rest of this Mercury retrograde to be in stillness, to be in reflection. Don't force and don't push anything to happen. Be lovingly supportive to yourselves. And as you let this higher, purifying energy unite all parts of your divine eternal nature once again. As emotions come to the surface to be released, be a little bit kinder, softer, and gentler. We are just transmuting all of these things into unconditional love, forgiveness, and compassion, especially for ourselves. Please remember that the old, dark, warring, enslaving empires, they've ended forever on the planet, and that a new light-filled unity consciousness is being and will become a way of life for all of those who choose it. Duality, it no longer exists on this planet unless one chooses to feed it, because if one chooses separation and chaos and drama and division, you can make sure that, and one chooses this with their free will, then that's what will appear in your reality. You know, when I looked into the celestial heavens to find some more planetary astrological energies to explore, it felt completely dark, as if there were no stars or immediate occurrences, planetary occurrences, to navigate by. And when this happens, it's because we're being given time to be still, to really help us to review the past with our now ascended energies inside, with our now clearer vision and our ascended eyes. It is no consequence that the blessing of this quiet time is allowing us the space within so that we can hear our inner dialogue, which for many is now very different than what it has been in the past. It's different now because many of us are vastly different, and we no longer see things through the eyes of judgment, separation, condemnation, and division. If we choose to no longer be triggered, and if we choose to no longer be reactive, we can calmly discern life both personally and collectively solely through the energies of our higher, elevated consciousness, which, by the way, always chooses unity and love. We are not only reviewing our lives personally, but as a collective as well, and this has been activated by the passing away of one of the most important figures in Earth's history, the Queen. She passed last week. That was the official passing. The posse of angels is sharing that this indicated an end of a cycle here on planet Earth. Now, whether some admired and cherished her, or others saw her as a figurehead for the dark crimes against humanity, it matters less than the energies that we are now choosing to give it. Those in the higher dimensional realms who are of elevated consciousness, like angels, and our benevolent galactic families, they do not act with scorn or hatred, celebrating the death of anyone, as this has more to do with a lack of forgiveness and compassion and tolerance rather than our opinion of that person. No matter how spiritual we think we are, if we choose to put our energies into condemning another, then the acts that they have perpetuated live on through our anger, resentment, bitterness, hatred, and the energy behind the words that we use. Now, the posse of angels, my angelic family, and I have shared many times that we are all one, and with our free will, we all have the seed within us to choose and perpetuate lower dimensional energies over love. What has helped me tremendously when faced with someone whose actions are so disparate to mine is by saying aloud, "There, for the grace of God, go I," by allowing myself to put forgiveness and compassion towards another, no matter what they have chosen to do or say. I receive absolution and utter peace in my heart. It is through compassion in our loving hearts that space will be created for more and more light to bathe our beloved planet Earth. As the Queen's passing signifies the ending of a cycle, the posse of angels and I wish for you to know that there will be even more deaths reported and more dark revelations that will come to light. For instance, the truth surrounding NASA, the moon landing, the truth about 9/11, and the harmful and fatal sanctioning of experimental drugs. And all we need to do is put our energies into forgiveness and compassion. For we can't hope to create a planet of light and love with the heavy burdens and reactive triggering energies of perpetuating dark recollections. And if it seems almost inhumanly possible to do this, that is why that myself and the posse of angels refer to what we are going through as ascension, as we are ascending and shifting past anything of separation to now be seen only through the eyes of love. And when I went to my rune cards, 3 cards came out, and the first card that came out, I was not surprised, is assuring us of what we are going through at the moment, as we are witnessing more truth and justice, peace and love growing on the planet, but that's coming as a result of Hagalats. Here we go. Hagalats is the rune of destruction and crisis. It is the dismantling and the destroying of anything that was built on lies and corruption and greed and crimes against humanity. As they must be dismantled, they are no longer in alignment with higher elevated energies on our beautiful planet that is transforming into a planet of light. So, just like, you would go to the dentist and, hope to get a new filling. They don't put the new filling without cleaning out all of that decay. And whatever is being revealed now needs to be revealed so that we can acknowledge it, we can thank it for its contrast, we can bless it, so that we have our energies remaining high because of this, not out of condemnation and scorn, and then we can release it. And we can release it and come full closure and not still have resentment and anger and hatred and bitterness and all of these things. So that's what we're going through at the moment, this destruction and crisis. The next rune card that came out for us is Awats. Oh, and I love this. Look at, oh my gosh, I just noticed. Look, the butterflies, and look what I'm wearing. It's the same thing, the butterflies. I must be psychic. There we go. The next rune, Awats, speaks of transformation. As many of you know, that the butterflies are about transformation and renewal, and it confirms that a major life change is on our doorstep. It's about to occur, as these are essential to our spiritual growth and rebirth and evolution as individuals and as an awakened collective on a planet that is transforming into a planet of light. And I love the words on the bottom, transformation and renewal. Now, especially as we go into the last weeks of September, we have the autumn equinox coming out, the harvest equinox, and this one is so much about our balance and harmonizing things. We also have a Libra season coming up. Yay, my birthday is October 7th. But Libras are all about diplomacy, harmonizing things, harmony and balance. And then we have a new moon in Libra on the 25th, bringing in new beginnings around balanced relationships, balanced all areas which are balanced in our lives. So I love that. I didn't see that before. There we go. And the third rune card that came out for us is this one. And this one is Manats. Manats is all about, and on the bottom, that's Hagalot. Sorry, I picked up the wrong card. Okay, so this one is, Manats is the card of humanity. It says on the bottom, humanity and an awareness. Now, with the destruction of lower dimensional frequencies and transformation and rebirth and evolving as our planet evolves, our third rune, Manat, speaks of humanity coming together in harmony and unity. We are no longer separated from each other, and that was our greatest strength, to come together, to connect and collaborate, to work toward creating those structures and those systems toward a higher purpose, to serve not only ourselves, but to serve the greatest good of all on the planet. So I love that that story came out, the destruction of what we're seeing now, and that ended that cycle with the Queen's passing, and now we had the transformation. And now we're going into humanity, and that balance of our awareness of who we are and how we fit into the grand scheme of things. I went to which I haven't done in a while, I went to my animal spirit cards and I asked which one would like to come out and give us some wise words of advice. And this one came out. it's a 45. And it's another 9. Completion. Another 9, all about completion. Now, so this card in particular, Parrot Spirit, says, watch your words. If there was ever a timely caution to watch what we communicate, it's during the Mercury retrograde, when there is a higher possibility of misinterpretation and miscommunication occurring. But Parrot is reminding us that this is not only the words we say to others, but just as important are the words that we say to ourselves. This Mercury retrograde is a time when many review their pasts, and we may be beating ourselves up for the things that we did or we did not do before. Well, how can we really beat ourselves up for the things that we did in the past when we are not the same person that we were before? So there's a way to look at the past by when we're reviewing the past without condemning ourselves. The more that we can choose to look at the past through the eyes of kindness, generosity, compassion, and forgiveness, then that will reflect back to us the story that we wish to manifest in our future. Do choose beautiful words wisely that enrich and uplift and inspire yourself and others. And then beauty has a chance to surround you. But energies within us, in our words, our thoughts, and our actions, they are creating our reality. And as I've said on my Angel Healing House blog talk radio show, which, by the way, airs every week on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, as I've said, everyone has a different reality. And if we are creating our reality through the words, our thoughts, and our energies, why don't we do it consciously and really hand select what we say, what we're feeling in our hearts, our thoughts, and our feelings, and then these will be creating a beautiful reality if we choose those beautiful words. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I've got 3 different decks of tarot cards, and the Posse of Angels said, mix it up a little bit, so that's what I'm going to do. I've picked 3 cards, a 3-card story from 3 different decks. Let's start off with my deck, which is this one, the Angel Healing House Tarot deck. Hopefully this one will be available for purchase by the end of the year. Fingers crossed. So these 3 cards came out for us. The Knight of Cups. Yeah, see if I can make it focus there. He's very excited as he's dashing in with his cup. The 8 of Wands. And the 3rd one is that beautiful World card. So everyone can see that beautiful, beautiful World card. And this story here is, let me see if I can hold these up like this. Okay, so the first card here is, let me get these in order. First card is the Knight of Cups. Now, what is happening as a result of Mercury retrograde and reviewing the past is many times during a Mercury retrograde is that things from the past come back again. Now, this could be people from this lifetime, but it could also be people from former incarnations, souls that come back time and time again in our soul group to help us. But it could also be an event or an opportunity that was missed in the past that is coming back yet again and to be proposed for us. So if you felt like you've missed out on something in your past, maybe a job opportunity or a business opportunity, an offer or something that just didn't click and things didn't work out, they're saying that for many of us, things are coming full circle and they will be offered to us yet again. So as it has to do with the knights. The knights are about action, and the cups are about our emotions. Now, this is going to be something which will cause us emotional glee and happiness, and they're saying like it's a second chance. It will be a second chance for many. God's confirmation of this, we have the Eight of Wands, which is messages coming in for us. So that could be snail mail, that could be emails, that could be texts, that could be emails, it could be a number of phone calls, that are very welcome. The Eight of Wands is always about welcomed information coming in a very swift manner that we need to take note of. And there are sirens going on in the background, if you can hear that. So the sirens are confirmation that something is coming in that we will have to attend to and put our attention on. The last part of this story is the World card. Now, this signals the completion. The completion, this what will be offered and what is coming in for us, and we need to put our attention and our energies into is the signaling of our individual cycle. The completion of that cycle, and not the starting of that new cycle. And the laurel wreath, which I designed above this beautiful Mother Earth's head, is as a reward. It's a karmic, fated, destined reward that is coming in for so many of us for our time and our efforts and our diligence towards the light. And now we get to step in to a new cycle of being of service for the planet. So those are my cards. Let's go to a different deck and see what how this story supports these three cards here. The Knight of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and also that beautiful World card there. Okay. This is the Marseille Tarot. And the first card that came out, well, it does confirm it because it's the Rot de Fortune, or excuse my pronunciation, but it's a 10 card. It's the wheel, the Rota, the Wheel of Fortune, and this is the karma coming back. And our destiny and fated, and it's a 10. It's a new beginning. So that shows us that this story here is very much karmic. How we're going to serve. We wrote this into our contract, into our book of life, and in my book, One True Home Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness, which is the prequel to I'm an Angelic Walk-In, I speak about soul contracts, and we wrote that into our contract, and then we came in behind the veil, across the veil of forgetfulness. And when we woke up, now that we're an awakened collective, we get to step into what we wrote into our contract. So there's that one. The next one that comes in is the Nine of Cups. Now, the Nine of Cups is the wish card. This is about fulfilling your dreams, your wishes, your intentions. And the posse of angels are saying, be open, surrender and release your expectations and attachments as to how you think your dreams need to be fulfilled, because they are coming in and being fulfilled as to fulfill the contract, but also as a co-creation between you and also with spirit as well. So there's the fulfillment of those wishes there. And the next card is in the story is the Ten of Cups, is the fulfillment card, is the card of I often call this card the Sunshine, Lollipops, and Roses card. It's the card of the ultimate emotional fulfillment of doing work that was seeded in your soul to sprout at this time. in the transformation of Mother Earth into a planet of light, and for you to be able to serve the divine inside of you and also serve the collective as well. So beautiful, beautiful 3 cards there for the Marseille deck to support this. Now, 3 more cards from the mystical tarot, the tarot of mystical. The tarot of mystical moments, and these 3 cards came out. The first card is the balance card. What did I mention? We're going into, in order for this to karmically happen and be presented to us, we would have had to have balanced out our lives. And now, as we go into the end of September, we have the autumn equinox, the great balancer out between day and night, also balancing out those areas in our lives that need rebalancing. Librans like myself, we are all about diplomacy and harmony and balance. And so the Temperance card here is saying that we are, look at those beautiful birds. That we are going into a time at the end of September and into October of a time of things balancing out yet again. The next card brings in the sun. It brings in an illumination, an illumination as to the way you're going to serve, the path that you're going to step on. They're also reminding me to tell you that a lot of people are going to be moving. I mean, physically moving. Maybe cross town, cross city, maybe in to another part of the state, or to a different state, or even overseas. So it's really important that we detach from where we are, and don't hold any expectations, and we keep asking and saying, thank you, Spirit, for showing me the best way in which I can serve. And it's also saying, bring out the inner child in us, which is about joy and peace and fun and playing, and don't take things so seriously. They're saying, and also with the cycle ending, they're saying the hard part is over. The next card, and this is a beautiful one to end with, is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is the card of traveling to and moving to calmer waters, to more balance. The anchor we will feel, like after so long feeling like we're drifting, we'll be given the information on how we can anchor and ground ourselves into Mother Earth, and where we belong for our next part of being of best service. So I love all those cards and those stories that have come out for us. I chose this card, or this card chose me, and it's postcards from Spirit, and the back is with love, and it says, "Dearest you, do you know how much we love you and want to help you? We're here for you. We hear you ask for guidance, but you must let go. What did I just say? You must release and surrender and let go, and let Spirit help you. Do you understand that Spirit knows you better than you know yourself? You don't have to do it all. You've done your part. Now let us do ours. You would be awestruck if you knew how many strings were pulled through the matrix to give you what you need and what your soul desires. Spirit does have a plan, and when you sign up to be a co-creator, you need to remember to allow the partnership to happen. It's not one-sided. Your desires and plans meet up with those of Spirit. Remember, though, Spirit's timetable and their ideas of how things will play out may be quite different from yours. Trust Spirit, and trust Spirit's ideas, which are absolutely amazing, miraculous, magical, synchronistic, serendipitous. Now let go and let us do the magic. Pay attention to other areas of your life, and before you know it, while you're paying attention to creating and creating beautiful projects and endeavors and putting your emphasis on your joy, a miracle will have taken place. We love you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Let's end as we do every week with making magic. I hope you're all well in the area of the world that you're in. It has gotten cooler. Thank goodness it's gotten. I know we can't complain here in Southern California because we have idyllic weather all year round, but it did get into the 90s. 90s, like when it was like 96 and 94 degrees at night. So that lasted over 3 or 4 days. Our fans got a good working out, but it has dropped down to cooler weather and seems a little bit fallish. So you can start to swap the closets over, get out the jackets, maybe some boots or things like that, which I always love doing, and changing over into seasons, although the seasons are not as dramatic as in other parts of the world. So 3 cards, my angelic family posse of angels, to give us some advice. Oh, well, that one really did pop out. Okay, come on. Come on. Okay, a little bit longer. Okay. A little bit longer, and one more. Okay, one more, or I'll choose it. Do you want me to choose it? Okay, they want me to choose it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There we go. First card that came out with us is Little Luxuries. Generates luxurious experiences and surroundings. Now, I've often said this before. Luxury could mean different things for different people. So to live a luxurious life is to live a blessed life, is to know that everything comes from God, and whatever we're given is a gift that we've been rewarded with. And the more we are grateful and appreciative for exactly what we have, then we will be given more. But, as we do go into this balancing part towards the autumn equinox and Libra season, which is all about balance, we could see what areas of our life we could add a little bit of luxury to. When we give to our health and we feel healthy and we eat better diets, that could be a feeling of luxury. We could, take ourselves out if we have the money for it, and we can, have a pedicure or a manicure or a massage or something like that. A walk in nature, and setting aside time to give to ourselves could feel like luxury. So there's a number of things that we could read into this card, but know that each and every one of us deserves a luxurious life. And the more we put our focus on having that already, the luxury of a roof over our head and clean water and food to eat and people to love us and all these other things, then it has a funny way of then coming back into our life again. The next card that's coming out for us is Dragonfly. Okay, Dragonfly is all about change. And Dragonfly is also about illusions. So the posse of angels are saying that with the passing away of the head of the monarchy on September 9th, a lot of illusions are going to be revealed, and then change and more light is going to be brought to the world. So light to our personal lives and light to us as a collective. And the next light, the next light is the star. The silver energy of star brings good luck and serendipity. Well, I did mention serendipity, but the star could be about your wishes coming true. And we did have the wish card in the Marseille deck, which was the 9 of Cups. We had that. The star is about our hopes and our dreams. Could be you're going to be in the spotlight and you're chosen to to be in some kind of spotlight, to be able to spotlight your gifts and your talents, stepping into a role as a leadership role or a role as an authority in your field. But certainly the star is about a brighter and more radiant path that's going to open for so many of us. So I hope all that's been helpful for you. Go out and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. Do remember to join me in a couple days on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio Show, now in its 11th year, where the Posse of Angels, my angelic family, and I speak for about the first 15-20 minutes, and then I take calls for free mini angel reading and intuitive counseling advice. So do find me on Blog Talk Radio on the Angel Healing House page. I'm wishing you love, and as always, so many angel blessings, and I look so forward to speaking with you again next week, everyone. Take care. Bye.